Good afternoon, everyone. This is Austin over here at Crown. With me today I have this 2015 Ford F-150 Sport. I'm the technician that's going to be performing our Crown Confidence 101-point inspection of this vehicle. I'll touch base with you guys shortly and let you know what I find. Alright guys, I did perform our Crown Confidence 101-point inspection of this vehicle. I'll make you guys a brief rundown of what I found and what we need to do to this truck. So we're going to come over here to my workbench and I'll show you what I got to work with. First being, the battery failed the load test. I even did try to test drive it, charge it. It just wouldn't recharge itself. It was down about 350 cold crank amps, so we're going to go ahead and replace that with a new one, just to be sure it's going to be good for us. We are going to be replacing our engine air filter, our cabin air filter right now. During the pandemic, this is a mandatory thing for us right now, so I haven't pulled the other one. We are going to be replacing our front wipers because they were streaking a good bit. Not horribly, but definitely noticeable. That's one of the wipers we're going to be exchanging it with. The truck is about 1,000 miles overdue for the oil change, so we're going to go ahead and knock that out as well. I haven't removed the rear brake pads, but we are going to be replacing the rear pads and resurfacing the rear rotors. In my follow-up video, I'll show you guys the brake pads. I was also having an issue when I was trying to remove the left rear wheel to see the brakes. I wasn't able to see them even with using a mirror and trying to go through the wheel. I still couldn't see them, so when I was attempting to remove the left rear wheel to see the brake pads, I was running into an issue where the lug nuts were very swollen and the caps were breaking off. So I got an assortment of lug nuts here, so hopefully we don't have to use them all, but if we do, then I guess we'll replace them all if we have to. I can guarantee you probably at least half of them right now we will probably replace, but in my follow-up video I'll let you know how that goes as well. I'll show you a quick example of the lug nuts and what I'm talking about. It turned into catastrophe real fast just trying to get the wheel off. You can see the difference between the two. They actually have a metal cap that goes over the lug nut and then begin to swell either from like over torquing them or using the wrong size socket to take them off. So that was a problem I was running into. So we're going to go ahead and just double check the rest of them and see how they're doing. A good example right here, you can see the two, that was just a problem already. And lastly, I was doing a test drive on the truck, and it was pulling pretty hard left. So we're going to go ahead and do a wheel alignment and get that thing straightened out. I also did top off our coolant. As you can see, there's our coolant reservoir, and I did top off our washer fluid. So that'll be it for right now, and I'll follow up with you guys here in a bit and let you know how it goes. Alright guys, we're wrapping up the 2015 Ford F-150. I did mention in my last video one of the services we were going to be doing was the rear brakes. Ultimately, we ended up having to replace the rear rotors, simply because I was struggling very, very badly to get these rotors off in order to resurface them. The hubs on these trucks get very rusty, and it makes it very difficult to get the rotors off. So ultimately, after me hitting it with a large dead blow hammer, I couldn't get the rotors off, and I also tried using an air hammer, not on the surface of the rotor, but on like more or less the face, and it still wasn't budging. So ultimately it took me using a 10-pound sledgehammer to get those off, and unfortunately it damaged the rotors, so we had to replace them. But I'll give you guys a brief rundown of the bottom side of the truck. Overall, very clean, low mileage for its age, no leaks or any broken pieces or parts. Very minor surface rust on little bits of hardware and the U-bolts, but that's totally normal for a truck this age. Nothing concerning. So, no differential leaks. Has a full-size spare. I did top off the air on that too. just in case something is to happen. No awkward vibrations from the drive shaft, no fuel tank leaks, fuel straps are looking good. No transmission leaks, nothing of that nature. No oil leaks. We did just do the alignment on it. Wasn't horribly off, but it was enough to make it pull. So I will be supplying the alignment spec sheet, and I will attach it to the back of the repair order that was made for this truck. So overall, the truck's looking good. Getting it wrapped up. So just gonna perform a test drive real quick and just verify the alignment is good, and also give the new brakes in the back a second to break in and get its heat cycle. So that's it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching my video.